glad you're here. I can't wait to share with you something that I have seen that has changed the way that women see themselves. And it only takes a few minutes. Are you ready? Okay, so have you ever had one of those aha moments that really just changes the way that you see something? Maybe it changes the way you see yourself or a situation or a relationship. Either way, that light bulb goes off and you're changed forever. Well, I've seen that same aha moment happen in the women that I have worked with when they discover the body type system that I'm about to share with you. But first, let me back up and tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Netta Manley. I'm a fashion and beauty writer, editor, and stylist, and I have worked with countless women over the last 20 years. And one of the things that's just stood out to me is that regardless of their body type or the way that they look or their lifestyle or their age, there is something that every woman I have worked with has had in common. Are you ready? They're all a little bit insecure about the way that they dress and the way that they look. That has been a universal theme in all the women that I've worked with. So some of the comments that I've heard include, I don't know what looks good on me anymore. I walk into my closet and I wonder, who bought all of this stuff? This doesn't suit my life anymore. It doesn't suit my style anymore. I feel like it's someone else's closet. I'm going through a major transition and I don't know how to dress my body for where it's at right now. Nothing that I used to do that works seems to work anymore. I hate shopping. I don't know what to buy, and so I've just stopped shopping. I don't like the way my body is right now, and my body's in a transition, and so I'm just going to wait it out until I'm where I want to be, and then I'll worry about style. Do any of these sound familiar to you? These are just a few of the hundreds of complaints I have heard over the years, whether working with clients or online in my 10 years on beautymommy.com. So that's why I'm so excited to share what I'm about to share with you. I am convinced that the secret to squashing all of those insecurities lies in understanding your body type. It is the key to dressing, shopping for, and flattering your unique body shape, no matter what it is. So what's the big deal about body type, right? I mean, we're either fruit or vegetable, and don't we all just kind of get our body type anyway? Well, no and no. It doesn't work that way, and it's not quite that simple. Okay, so first I'm going to tell you to throw out everything that you've ever heard about body types in the past. So whether you've been called a pear or a triangle, or you fall into a special size category, just throw out all of those labels and all of the demeaning things and ways that you've referred to your body type in the past, and let's start fresh together, okay? I am going to introduce you to a whole new way of looking at your body type, and it's life-changing. And yes, I said life-changing. Because fundamentally, it's not really about body type. It's about body acceptance. And body acceptance equals confidence every single time. When you feel good about your body and the way that you are flattering it and dressing for it, you feel more confident. I've heard this again and again and again from clients, from readers, from anyone who's experienced this transformation. So I'm going to share with you a couple of the comments I've heard, and there have been hundreds, but I'm just going to share a couple with you that are representative of what women experience when they have this transformative body type aha moment. Okay? One woman told me, understanding my body type has led to more confidence, less frustration, and more decisive shopping. How's that? Another woman has said that knowing what looks good on her and what doesn't and what those differences are has made shopping much less stressful. Another woman said that now when she goes shopping, the first question that she asks herself is, does this suit my body type? And another woman said, wow, I had no idea that making a few simple changes to the way that I shop and the way that I accessorize could make such a difference in the way that I look. Okay, now I've been going on and on about body types, and I am ready to share it with you. And if you're still watching, I trust that you're interested and can't wait to hear about it for yourself and see how transformative it really can be. So the body type system that I use was developed by the Stylist Online, which is a national network of personal stylists, and it's called the Style Dial system. It's called the dial because it's a circle, and it represents all the different possible body types, because as we know, we're all unique, and God made every single woman and every single body type different. So there's room on that dial for every single body type. Now there are three fundamental body types in the system and 2 hybrid body types that I'm going to explain to you today. So the very first body type is Style Dial 1. Style Dial 1 is the hourglass body type. A lot of women hear hourglass and they think curvy. You can be curvy as a Style Dial 1, but you're not necessarily going to be curvy. What you do have as a Style Dial 1 is that your shoulders and your hips are aligned with each other. They are about the same width. If you were to make a little mark on a chalkboard behind me or on this whiteboard behind me and then another mark at my hips, and if they lined up, that's a Style Dial 1. And your waist is also defined. So that's a key characteristic. Shoulders and hips that are aligned and a defined waistline. Generally slim to average legs. And you can be any size and be a Style Dial 1, but that proportion will remain the same throughout all Style Dial 1s, whether you're a 2 or a 22. So the second body type I want to talk to you about is a Style Dial 2. A Style Dial 2 has more shape in the lower half of her body, in the hips and the thigh area, than she does in her shoulders. Her shoulders tend to be very narrow, and she tends to have a little bit more curve and more structure in the lower half of her body. So as you know, this body type is celebrated in all the magazines now. Rihanna and Jennifer Lopez all celebrate that booty, and that can be a characteristic of a Style Dial 2 body type. But generally, a little bit more curvature in the hips, narrower shoulders, and a defined waist. So the Style Dial 3 body type is the third body type I want to tell you about. And the Style Dial 3 is a straight up and down body type. Shoulders and hips are generally the same, and the waist is not defined. Your shoulders may actually even be a little bit wider than your hips, and that would also make you a Style Dial 3. But undefined waistline, straighter shape. A lot of supermodels have that body type, but again, it's not size dependent. You can be a 2, 22, you can be anywhere on the size spectrum. If you're a Style Dial 3, you will just have that proportion of being straight up and down. So those are the 3 main body types. The last 2 are hybrid body types. So 1-3 is an hourglass body type like a Style Dial 1, but with a slightly less defined waist like the Style Dial 3. So a Style Dial 1, while following most of the Style Dial 1 dressing rules, flattery rules, can also look to the 3 a little bit in defining their waistline a little bit and amplifying their waistline a little bit, because their waist tends to be a little bit straighter. The same with a 2-3. A 2-3 should follow most of the Style Dial 2 rules, but because they lack a little definition in their waist, they can also be benefited by drawing attention to their waistline the same way that Style Dial 3 does. So Style Dial 2 is the same. A Style Dial 2-3 is the same as a Style Dial 2, but needs a little bit more definition of the waist because they have a less defined waistline. Does that make sense? So if you feel like, oh, I do have more shape in my hips and thighs and bum area, but my waistline is not really defined, then you may be a 2-3. If you feel like your waist is defined and you have that shape in the hips and bum, then you're a Style Dial 2. That's the clincher, that's the distinction, is that waistline. So now that I've gone over the Style Dial system with you and introduced you to the 5 body types, let me tell you some of the objections I hear from women who think, you know something, this body type thing is just not going to work for me. It's not where I'm at right now. One of the things I hear over and over again is, well, I'm in the process of losing weight, so really I'm going to wait until after I lose my weight, or after I'm out of this transition, or after I get that new job, or lose the baby weight, or whatever transition I'm going through. I'm going to wait until that's done, and then I'll discover my body type, and it'll be a lot more helpful and more worthwhile to do it then. Well, let me tell you something. Your body type is not weight dependent. Your body type is based on your basic architecture of your body, the structure of your body, and it does not change according to your weight. The only thing that may change is the definition in your waistline, and so you can make some alterations and tweaks based on that, but your basic body architecture will not change, and your Style Dial number will not change significantly. So another objection that I hear a lot is women saying, you know, that body type system isn't going to work for me because I'm plus sized, or I'm petite, or I'm tall. And that's just not true. The style dial system works regardless of your size, regardless of your height. It works for everybody. There is a style dial 1 of every single size. There's a style dial 2 every single size, style dial 3 every single size. It is not size dependent. So regardless of where you're at with your body right now, you can still discover your body type, and you can still start using this information to change the way that you shop and dress right away. So how was it? Did you discover your body type? Did you check out my download and do a little sleuthing and listen to my tips and discover what your unique style dial number is? I hope so, and I'd love for you to share it with me in the comments below. I hope that this process has been helpful to you, and I hope that you'll stick around for my next video, which you will get in the next couple of days. It's called Foolproof Flattery, how to dress for your body shape. Now that you know your new body shape or your style dial number, you can learn to successfully dress for it, flatter it, own it, accept it, love it, embrace it, etc., etc., etc. Can't wait to connect with you. Please leave me a comment below and tell me how you're doing, and tell me if you're having any struggles or if you have any questions about the information that I've shared. Can't wait to see you in my next video. Thanks.